So if you've been following this series so long, I'd like to congratulate you because now you know how to build a tool where you can automatically pull data from online, all the cryptocurrency price information in a second, and update your cryptocurrency portfolio without using any third parties, without using any website. You just use the link that I provided in the first video and you'll be able to automatically update your portfolio and securely hold your own information on your own personal drive without sharing it with other websites. So this is a huge win already. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can do what I did and add a crypto kitty in to hit refresh and have your prices automatically updated. By the way, you could have this as anything. You could have it as a footballer, as a car, as a crypto kitty, as your wife, I don't know, whatever you want it to be. And then you can take a snapshot as well of the current pricing by just hitting the camera and it's automatically going to do that for you. So that's what we're going to learn in this video. Let's not delay it. Let's roll intro and get into it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is have a little picture that we can click on, and I'm just going to adjust that to the left. We want a little picture we can click on, and when we do, it's going to automatically go to this data tab and it's going to right click and it's going to refresh the data for us so that we don't have to manually go and refresh that data. Now you can see that this actually refreshed the pricing from earlier. I didn't even mean to do that. So we also want something that's going to take a snapshot of the current prices and paste them into the snapshot area, and that's what we're going to cover over here. Now I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible using macros rather than writing all the code from scratch, but there's not much code. It's very, very little, and whether you do VBA or programming or you've never used Excel before, you should be able to follow along with these steps. If you've never used Excel before, this would be quite challenging, but you can still do it. I believe in you. Let's do this. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is go over to Google and just search for anything that you want a picture of. So in my case, it was crypto kitties, and I'm going to go to images and I'm just going to hit PNG because of the image type file that I want. And you can pick any crypto kitty you want. I'll have this crazy looking one, but you could, again, you could pick any Google image. It doesn't matter what it is. Pick your image, right click and just hit copy image. Go back to your Excel file and just Control V, paste that image in. Now, when you've got that image, you want to just downscale that a little bit. You can put it over here for now, that's fine. So what's going to happen is when you click this image, it's going to automatically update your data for you. So the first thing we want to do is record a macro that's going to do that for us. So a macro is just a record of the steps you're taking that you can set up so that when you click a button, it will do those same steps you did. So we're going to go to View, Macros, Record Macro. We're going to call this refresh. We can call it whatever you want, pink elephants or orange monkeys. And then the keyboard shortcut I want to use is going to be Control Shift, I don't know, R for refresh. So that's only if you want to use a keyboard shortcut instead of clicking on the cat. You can set that here. And here we're going to go refreshes data. And that's just a description. You can call that pink elephants and orange monkeys. And the same thing here. You can put in any letter you want. You don't even have to use shift. I'm just going to hit OK. And now it's actually recording every step we're doing. So I'm going to go to the data tab. I'm going to right click anywhere in this table and hit refresh. I'm then going to go back to the summary tab. And then you see this little icon down here on the bottom left, that stop button. Hit the stop button. So now that's recorded the macro. What I can do is now right click on this kitten and go to assign macro. And you can see it's got the refresh over here. So I'm going to click on that refresh. By the way, I've got my other workbook open, so you can see there's a few other macros open here. But you just want to hit this thing that says refresh and hit OK. Now, when I click the cat, it automatically refreshes that data. How cool is that? Now, I don't like this whole flicking between the tabs thing. It's doing the exact steps I did. I don't like that. I don't want to see that. I want it to do it and then show me the results. So what we need to do is hit Alt and F11. This will bring up this window and you should have a little folder called modules. You want to double click on module 1. That will open this. And before the data, just enter here, do a tab, make a little bit of space and just write application dot screen updating and go equals false. And then I want you to copy that, hit enter a few times, and just before this end sub here, just hit Control V for paste and put true. So hit stop up here and close that down. So what that is going to do is it's going to stop the screen from updating while this macro is running after you've hit the cat. Once it's done what it's supposed to, it'll come back here, then show the screen again. So when I click the cat, I don't see anything. I just see numbers update. Perfect, right? How cool is that? Okay, so the next thing we want to do is create the snapshot. Before we even get to the next thing, well done for already doing that. If you followed this and you've done this and you've recorded a macro, you're learning so much here with Excel. It's exciting for me just knowing that you'd be doing this. So well done, awesome stuff. So now what we want to do is copy this column into the snapshot column over here. So what I'm going to do is actually call this column something, and I'm going to go all the way down here, all the way down to row 17. So I'm going to scroll all the way down below the bottom of my data, and up here I'm going to click this and call this a range. I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to call it copy, I don't know, copy column, all one word, hit enter. So now whenever I highlight this, it knows this group of cells is called copy column. I'm going to do the same thing now with snapshot, except I'm going to call this paste column, and I'm going to hit enter. So whenever I highlight this, it's called paste column. So now what I want to do is automate this so that when I click a button or a camera or whatever it is, it's going to take a snapshot. So go to Google and find an image that you like that's going to represent taking a snapshot. Okay, this little blue guy over here, that could work. Copy. Yeah, that's going to work just fine. So what I'm going to do now is actually custom write this. We could record another macro doing it and it would copy it every time. But the problem is, how will it know that it's copying this named range? What if you're adding a lot more coins? How's it going to know every time you're inserting more rows to copy that same range? So we're actually going to write this from scratch. So we're going to go Alt F11. It's going to bring up this window. I'm going to right click on modules and go insert module. So now we're on module 2. And all you need to do in here is hit sub and call it, I don't know, copy over. And then those two brackets over there, enter. And in between these two lines of text, what we're going to do is go range, copy column, and then put that in speech marks, close brackets, dot copy. And then here I want to go range paste column dot paste special space Excel, and then we need to just find values. So we want to only paste the values over Excel, paste values. And there we go. That's pretty much all we needed to do. So I'm going to hit Control S for save. I'm going to come out of that. I'm going to right click on this, assign macro, copy over, okay. And when I click this, there you go. It's automatically copied this. You can see it's still got the copy on, and there is a way to turn that off, but it's fine. I just hit escape and it's pasted it there. I actually kind of like it showing this copy like this because it tells me it's actually worked. It's actually showing me it's worked, and that's cool. I just hit escape and that's done. So now I have a little kitten and I have a snapshot that I can click on, and you've got an automated portfolio tracker. So I've given you some basics here. I've given you some building blocks to build on. Build whatever you want, a dashboard that tracks volume and market cap, pricing information, a portfolio. Just build whatever you want to your heart's content. I'm not going to sleep tonight unless I change this to font size 14. I'm sorry. Like, how did I let that slip? Widen this a little bit. This is it. It's got to look right. There you go. You can drag these pictures, by the way. Just right click on them, drag them, minimize them, put them wherever you want, and just build your own little tool. I think it's so cool that this pricing information is available for free. It's going to save you so much time. I hope you enjoyed this series. Until the next one, take care and talk soon. By the way, if you've been following these tutorials and you've built some kind of dashboard or model or tracker, send it over to me at admin@cryptowizards.net. Let me take a look. I'd love to see whatever you make. Until the next one, talk soon.